Hey, it's your girl Lomzy. I'm back with another wonderful tutorial. If you want to see how I made this standing bishop neck collar, then continue watching till the end and don't skip any part of this video because this is very simple and is very short. To make this collar, all you need to know is how to make 90-degree circle flare. If you don't know how to make 90-degree circle flare or peplum flare, I have a wonderful tutorial and I'm going to drop the link in the description so you know how to draft 90-degree circle flare. So you're going to use your neck circumference to get this radius that I'm making now. Add 1 inch to your neck circumference before making the 90-degree radius so that you have something to work with. And then after marking the radius of the neck circumference, next you're going to get the width of the neckline. So if the width of the collar is 1.5 inches, go ahead and mark 3.5 inches. This is inclusive of the joining allowance to the neckline and the upper side of the neckline. So I'm marking 3.5 inches here. This is the minimum you can go. You can go as high as you want it to be if you want it to be more than 1.5 inches. But I'm using 3.5 inches for this, and that's what I'm marking out for this pattern. Please, if you don't understand anything, drop that in the comment section, and please be explicit when you're asking your question so that I will understand what you're asking, because you might be asking this question 1 year later or 2 years later. If you're not explicit, I will not understand your question. And if this is your first time coming across my channel or you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so and turn all notification bell icon so that anytime I upload any video, you'll be able to be notified and you'll be able to watch it. So remember, this is on fold and this is my pattern for the shirt collar. So you're going to place this on this place like this and cut out a second piece. So I'm just going to cut this out and use it to sew it or as the lining. As you can see, I didn't add any interfacing to this, but if you feel you want your collar to be too thick, you want to add interfacing to it, you can go ahead and do that before you start cutting this, but I don't think it's actually necessary. When I used it without interfacing, it came out very nice. So I would suggest you do this without using your interfacing. Next, I'm going to sew this. So I have 2 pieces here, as you can see. I'm going to place right side facing together like so, and then sew the upper side of the neckline, the one going towards the neck. So you're going to go ahead and sew here. After sewing, make sure to iron it properly and also understitch it. You see, I understitched it. So I will leave like 1/2 inch joining allowance. Then you turn it like so and sew the ends of the 2 sides. So you sew away 1/2 inch on both sides. After sewing it, this is how it's going to look. So turn this inside out and it should look like this. Make sure you always iron this all through the process of you making this. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this into 2, and I'm going to mark the midpoint at the back. So just go ahead and notch that. And also on your main fabric, you're going to also notch the center back of the main fabric. So I'm just going to place it like so and then notch the back. With this, it's going to be very easy for me to align the neckline with the collar and be able to sew it. So I'm going to go ahead and place the side I left ½ inch sewing allowance. I'll place it like so. You can pin it down or you can go straight to your machine. Make sure to align it to the notch you made. So I'm going to align it to the notch I made, and I'm going to sew all through. And after sewing it, this is how it is looking. Can you see how neat it is? Make sure to always iron all through all the process. So you're going to just go ahead, pin this down, or you can just iron it and head to your machine and use a stitch in the ditch method to sew it here. And after sewing mine, this is how it's looking. Can you see the in and out? Looking very neat. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up.